Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pitchside Podcast channel. I'm your host, the HOD of the PSP, and I'm coming to you straight after the Liverpool versus West Bromwich game that just ended at Anfield. And what a result it is. Like, share, comment on this video, subscribe to the channel, of course, and enable notifications to receive all the updates possible on this kind of match recaps, the podcast, and other content on this channel coming your way. Follow us on social media at PSP on Twitter, Pitchside Pod on Instagram, and listen to the podcast on Spotify, Google Podcasts, or wherever you can get it from, or at www.WeBreatheSports.com. It was a surprising result. I wasn't expecting the draw. Wasn't expecting even a close thing to this kind of result, really. Liverpool started really strong and they just pressed West Bromwich, and I know it wasn't exactly the most dangerous press in the world. Like, it didn't force a lot of saves, for example, out of Johnstone, but I think it wasn't bad. It was certainly possession. Like, they reached 84% possession, something like that, but they really didn't do a lot with it to cause trouble for West Brom. They tried to cross it a lot. They tried to same drill pretty much, trying to play a deep ball from the midfield, either Jordan Henderson or Fabinho or Matip, and of course it worked for Matip at the 12th minute, finding the space for Sadio Mane to cross it inside the box, and Sadio Mane brilliantly chested it down chested it up, and then on the down slotted the ball past Johnston for the first goal. And from there everybody thought, well, Liverpool are in for a goal party. They're in for a festival of goals, really, as they dropped 7 past Crystal Palace last time out, so there was no doubt that they were going to be scoring more, but actually that didn't happen. And they continued to press. Actually, the first half was quite one-sided, really. There's no chance to talk about a close game in any way between Liverpool and West Brom, but the second half changed too much. West Brom started attacking, in fact, in the second half, and Liverpool looked ineffective. I mean, the game against Crystal Palace looked like the start of the proper season for Liverpool, like the start of the proper run where Liverpool are going to be not running with the title, but exactly putting the right amount of work and the right amount of effort into winning the games to justify why people can expect them to win the title again. But this kind of games, and it happened against Fulham and now against West Brom, sides in the relegation zone, sides that it didn't get a lot of good results this season. West Brom, by the way, this is the second biggest away result that they have this season. They went to Man United and barely lost 1-0 against them. They went to Manchester City at the Etihad and gained a draw 1-1 from there, and again they came back in the later moments of the game, and it's the same player, it's Sami Aji again, with pretty much the same scenario that Manchester City conceded that goal with against West Brom. Ball watching in the side of the box, Sami Aji taking the ball and slotting it past Alisson, and it's 1-1 in the 82nd minute. In between the start of the second half and the goal from West Brom, it was all about Liverpool being ineffective. They didn't cause a lot of trouble. In fact, West Bromwich had even chances to make it 2-1. I mean, it was a bonkers second half when you consider how Liverpool have played for the first 45 minutes, and they were really in possession. I'm not going to say they were terrific or they were that good. They put a lot of effort into the net, didn't force a lot of saves. I mean, talk about Johnston being in vacation. He was in vacation pretty much in the first half, really. If you look at it from a detailed kind of scope and you try to look into the details a little bit and forget about the general stats and possession numbers and what have you. Johnston had a terrific save in the 90th minute to deny Roberto Firmino the chance to scoring a second, and it was that. It was a game of Liverpool being ineffective, West Brom taking the couple of chances that they have. I mean, they had 3 or 4 attempts at the whole game, and one of them was in the net. They almost got Liverpool on the counter a couple of occasions, but their finishing and the decision making let them down. Of course, Liverpool losing yet Matip to an injury, we don't know. It's the injury that he was took off for against Fulham a couple of weeks ago, and he played the Crystal Palace game, and now he looks all sorts of injured at the moment. Could they lose him for a long while? Could he be another Van Dijk? I mean, it's Reece Williams didn't do good. Reece Williams coming in, it didn't do him fine. He was scored completely, like 2 or 3 times in the 25 to 20 minutes that he came on. The goal, of course, West Brom coming late in the game made that Liverpool attack started to panic a little bit. Jurgen Klopp started to panic. He took off Firmino straight after the chance that he missed, which I don't know is that a good sign or not, but it doesn't tell the best sort of story at the moment about the club, that you're taking a player who's just back in form after just missing a chance. And Firmino didn't have a lot of chances in the game, let's be clear. Firmino didn't have a lot of chances to score. Liverpool on the whole didn't have a lot of true, like, meaty chances to score where you can say, oh, Liverpool should have won 4, 5, 6. I don't think that, and I don't believe in the possession-based style anymore. I mean, Man City shredded that sort of belief. Man City and Spain in the national team shredded that belief of the possession-based football, for me, to shreds, and I don't believe what possession football could offer you anymore. So in that regard, I don't think that Liverpool deserved to win by a big margin. The best that they could do was winning 2-1 here, because West Brom had a terrific second half defensively, better than the first half, more driving forward than the first half, catching Liverpool the spaces behind the fullbacks, particularly behind Trent Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold, we all know his problems defensively, but this season in particular, it was amplified to 11. How spaces are found behind his back. The same thing happened in the Fulham game as well. It feels like a copycat, but the difference is Liverpool have to come behind in the Fulham game, and in this game they had a lead which looked like it should have been comfortable. Like, I was about to start counting how many goals Liverpool were going to score, but they were ineffective. They couldn't make up for the possession that they would have. I don't say chances, but possession they had. And West Brom managed to capitalise on the few chances that they had and grabbed a point out of Anfield Road that is really, really, really important for their struggle to avoid relegation this season. They had now 2 big away draws this season, and surprisingly enough, they picked the point against Liverpool. I don't know exactly what I'm going to say. Like, this is probably Liverpool's worst game this season. I would say it's even worse than the Aston Villa 7-2 result. That is how I'm going to put it, to just, sum it up, really. It is the worst performance Liverpool has ever had, and it's coming at Anfield in front of, some fans. It's still in front of their fans, even 2,000 or 2,500 people. It's still in front of their fans. It sucks, and Liverpool are not going to have it. They're not having easier games, by the way. They're facing Newcastle on Wednesday. They're facing Man United. They're facing. I think it's going to be facing Newcastle. I think it's I don't know. Man United is going to be on the 17th of January, so I don't know exactly who they'll be playing on the New Year's Day. I forgot anyway, but it's not an easy fixture list for Liverpool coming on. Again, it was ineffective. West Brom deserved the draw. That's it. Deserved the draw for what they had in the second half. Overall, Liverpool was slow, ineffective at certain points, and they didn't deserve really to win by a big margin. Really, most of the players were absent. I like the performance from Curtis Jones in the first half, but aside from that, I don't think I can praise Liverpool a lot in this game. All in all, they should have won by a comfortable margin, but they made it hard for themselves, and they made it hard for their fans, and they made it certainly uncomfortable for the viewers, and that's what I'm going to say. So that's it for the Liverpool versus West Brom game. Remember to like, comment on the video, what do you think of the game, really share it, subscribe to the channel, enable notifications to receive all the updates. I'm still going to be doing another video about the Wolves-Tottenham game, of course, later tonight, and I'm having another video special for you and the channel. I'm going to be uploading a little bit later on, so like, share, subscribe again. Follow us on social media at PSP on Twitter, Pitch Sideboard on Instagram. Listen to the podcast on Spotify, Google Podcasts, or wherever you can get it, or catch it at www.blueberrysports.com. That's it for this video. I'm your host, the HOD of the PSP, and until the next one, I'll see you soon.